Now look at it here. So inheritance topic. Right now we are going to discuss about inheritance topic. So one of the most important concepts of object-oriented programming is that of inheritance. So inheritance definition. You understand that it is a capability of a class to inherit a properties from another class. Okay. Next, the technique of building a new classes from the existing class is called inheritance. Now you understand this also. Earlier we discussed about the base class and a super class. You can call this as base class or super class or parent class. I did not write here as a parent class. You remember that this is a parent class here. Okay. So base class, super class or parent class, nothing but only one class. Okay. The next one is called derived class or a subclass or a child class. So I need to write here a parent, I need to write here a child class. Any three of the names are one and the same. Okay. And you know that this subclass or a child class, the child class or a derived class will inherit the properties from the parent class or a base class or a super class. Next, talking about a base class right now. It is the class whose properties are inherited by another class. It is also called a superclass, right? So what I want to say is that it is the class whose properties are inherited by the another class, right? So the base class is nothing but a parent class. Okay. So you can call this as a base class or a parent class or a superclass. So we know that these properties can be inherited by any child class, right? Now derived class. Now this derived class is going to inherit the properties of a parent class. It is the class that inherits the properties from a base class. It is also called a subclass. It inherits all the properties from the base class and can add additional features to the derived class. Next, what is the purpose of inheritance? We call simply as advantages of inheritance. First, the greatest advantage of inheritance is code reusability. We can use the code n number of times. Easy to implement real world models. Basically, OOPS concept is all about inheriting the real world scenarios. Next, transitive nature, visibility modes. What do you mean by that? It is an of the access labels like a private, public, protected. We will discuss more about this. If you did not declare anything about a class, the class by default is a public. Okay. Next, what about this private? We will discuss more about this private for the today itself. Okay. It defines the accessibility of the members of the base class within the derived class. If the visibility mode is not specified, it will be taken as a private by default. Okay. See here. If the visibility mode is not specified, it will be taken as private by default. Remember that. Okay. Next, difference between private protected members. Private members can be never be inherited. Please understand this. Private members can never be inherited. This I will write a program based on this today. So we will explain more about a private here today. Only the public and protected members can be inherited. Please understand this. Once again, I am repeating. Private members can never be inherited. You cannot inherit a private members. I will show an example based on one scenario. Okay, then we will go ahead with that. Next, look at this. Visibility modes. What do you mean visibility modes? Base class visibility, derived class visibility. What do you mean by base class? Parent class. Okay, base class is nothing but a parent class or a super class. Derived class is nothing but a child class, and you know it's a child class, or you can call this as a subclass. So look at this. Public derivations, private derivations, protected derivations. Private. If I mention private, not inherited, you cannot inherit that. Okay. Next, protected, private, protected, public, private, protected. See, among these, if you write private, you cannot inherit that concept. Okay, please understand. I'll show you an example based on that. Next, Accessibility of members by various objects. What do you mean by this? Accessibility of members by various objects are nothing but access specifiers of members are nothing but private, public, protected, right? These are the access specifiers of members right now. Okay. Next one is that accessibility from own class. I think you understand this. Accessibility from derived class, accessibility from the object class. I'll show you a scenario. Don't worry about it. Next, making private members inheritable. Private members of the base class cannot be inherited with any of the visibility mode. One is by making the visibility mode of the private members are public, but they will be exposed to the outside world. Another is to convert the private members to be protected so that they will be hidden from the outside world but can be inherited. What is this? I'll give you all this explanation in a simple program, then you'll understand everything, what exactly I'm talking about. Now look at this right now. Types of inheritance. We will discuss today about all the types today. Okay. And so many programs, WebDriver and everything today I'm going to write. Types of inheritance. We have the 5 types of inheritance already we discussed earlier. One is called single inheritance, multiple inheritance, hierarchical inheritance, multi-level inheritance, and hybrid inheritance. Here we require only single inheritance and a multi-level inheritance. First one and the fourth one is required. Multiple inheritance is not at all possible in Java. Okay, multiple inheritance is only possible for C++ language only. Okay, multiple inheritance is not at all possible for Java, but we will discuss what is multiple inheritance. But only possible for Java is multi-level inheritance. Only multi-level inheritance is possible in Java. And coming to the point of multiple inheritance, to anyway, the multiple inheritance is not supported by Java language. It is only supported by C++. To overcome this multiple inheritance, okay, we have a concept called interface. We will talk about interface. In that interface, we will discuss about more about this multiple inheritance. Okay, so in present scenario, today we are going to discuss all the 5 topics, and we will discuss programs based on single inheritance and multiple inheritance only. I already told you that multiple inheritance is not possible in Java. Next, coming to this point, what is single inheritance? We will discuss it right now. Single inheritance is nothing but derivation of a class from only one base class is called a single inheritance. In the figure, y is derived from a class x. Okay, so this class x is called a base class or a super class, base class or a super class or a parent class. The y is called derived class or a subclass or a child class. Okay, the y is going to derive everything from the parent x class. Now, syntax for a single inheritance. Look at the syntax for a single inheritance. Class derived class name, first class. Okay, next derived class. What is the derived class here? In earlier, if you look at that, this is the derived class, right? Class extends derived class, right? So syntax is class derived class name. What is the derived class name? Our derived class name is, I need to write class x. What is the derived class? Look at the derived class is y. So I need to write class y. I will write y here. Y extends is a keyword I used. Okay, and base class y extends x, right? So look at that right now. Data members and member functions here. You need to write inside the body of that class. Example, class automobile public vehicle. Okay, next data members of the member functions. I need to write there. Next, multiple inheritance. Derivation of a class from several 2 or more base classes is called a multiple inheritance. In the figure, class Z is derived from both the classes X and Y, base class and derived classes. Okay, you will get some confused about this. Okay, let us discuss only about inheritance. Right now, we will discuss about inheritance and single inheritance, and we will discuss more about that PPT presentation. Okay, right now let me write a simple program. Once again I am just discussing about a program what we discussed earlier. We will go ahead with that program and we will go with the single inheritance. Let me write only the inheritance example right now, the program, and slowly I will go for single inheritance explanation, and I'll explain the programs based on that. Okay, now let me write a program based on only inheritance. Okay, So I'm going to write a program only based on inheritance right now. Afterwards, completion of that, I will go for single inheritance. Okay, so now right now you understand X and Y here, correct? So let me take it out this. Okay, now let me write a program what we discussed earlier. So already I have a package called ABC is my package, and my class name, I will write my class name as inheritance. Inheritance, inheritance is my class name. So please understand, inheritance is very, very important. Let me write a programs based on only inheritance. Okay, my package name is XYZ, and I am talking about inheritance right now. Inheritance is very, very important. I'm telling you so many times, inheritance is very, very important. Please look at that right now. So my class name is inheritance. So I can, yeah, let me write my class name as parent. Okay, parent. So just rename as parent here. So inheritance, you will confuse with the inheritance. So I'm writing a parent. So you can name this as a parent class. So in the parent class, I'm writing some methods. I already told you, child class will going to inherit the parent class. So my first class is parent. So I'm writing string color. I'm just recapping what we discussed earlier. Semicolon. So the color type is, I'm just did not mention what is my color type. I can mention it here if I want. Let me mention as white is my color type. So for a string, every time you need to put a quotations here. So quotations here and quotations here. I can mention there itself. If I did not mention any here, now the color by default is a white color. So if I did not mention any color here, so I can, if I want mention the color as white or a blue or a red, whatever it may be, I can mention it later also. So you can mention it like this, or you can mention it later. So I'm right now, I want to mention later. Okay. Okay. Next I am talking about int, sorry, int speed of the car. Why int? Discussion here is that why hint? Hint, yeah, sorry, why int? Int is nothing but integer type. Speed is always a numerical value, right? Maybe the speed is 200 kilometers per hour, kilometers per hour. Okay, maybe like that. Okay, or simply it's integer type 200 kilometers. I can mention it like this, right? I can mention it 200 there itself, or I can use the 200 afterwards also. So every time you can write like this, or another way also. There are two ways I'll show you. This is the first way. Second way is that I will mention the 200 afterwards. Okay. Next, going ahead, the next int size of the car. Int size of the car. Okay, size of the car. Okay, now my parent class, my parent is nothing but a vehicle. I will mention my parent class as a vehicle class. Now you understand what is the meaning of a parent here. My parent is, I can say as vehicle. Okay, remove that. Vehicle. Okay, now let me give a clear explanation about this vehicle right now to you. So instead of, earlier I used to write inheritance, or you can modify this parent. Now the parent class is nothing but a vehicle class. Okay, you can call this vehicle class as parent class, super class, or parent class, super class, or base class. You can call any name of this. Okay, now size of the vehicle. So look at this scenario right now. Now what is here, the program is all about. Let me tell you more about this program. Look at this right now to you. Okay, let me give a real scenario what exactly I'm talking about. Look at this. So inheritance hierarchy. Okay, now vehicle is my super class, right? Vehicle is my super class. You can call this vehicle as a super class, base class, or super class, base class, or Anyone, please? Vehicle as a super class or a base class, or I told you three names you can call this as a super class. Super class, base class, or anyone? Parent class. Excellent. Parent class. Remaining all the classes are called subclasses, right? So classes. Yeah, perfect. Now look at this right now. Now when you see here, vehicle, there are so many types of vehicles are there, right? So vehicles are divided into three types like this. One we call automobile type vehicles, motorcycle vehicles. Motorcycle is also vehicle. Bus is also vehicle, right? Automobiles. Coming to the automobiles, we know what are the automobiles. We know sedan type, sedan, sports car. There are so many types of cars are right, automobiles, right? Sedan type cars, sports cars. Okay, motorcycle. You have different types of motorcycle, right? Based on the companies. Okay, bus. We have a school bus. We have a luxury bus. We have so many buses here. So what do you understand by this? So this can be easily understand by the multiple inheritance. In multiple inheritance, we will discuss more about this. But right now, vehicles are so many types, right? In the vehicle, I'm taking a car as an example. Okay, vehicles are so many types. Look at this scenario then. What do you mean by vehicles are so many types? Look at this scenario. Look at this. Okay, look at this scenario right now. Okay, now I think you understand this scenario. Vehicles, see, there are so many types of vehicles are there, so many vehicles, clear? And vehicles are categorized into motorcycles, and you can call motorcycle as a vehicle, you can call car as a vehicle, you can call truck as a vehicle. Again, the cars are different types, sedan type, and SUVs, right? And again, the SUVs are different brands and everything. Hello, I think before explaining the program, you people understand what is the meaning of what I'm going to explain here right now. Vehicle class is a parent class for all the vehicles, right? These all the vehicles are the child. Let us look at this is a parent here. Parent here. Vehicle is all the vehicles, right? It's a parent, and this is a child. This is a child. This is a child. Again, the child has sub childs. Okay. Now look at this scenario. More about this. Okay. So this scenario right now. I'm discussing about this scenario right now. So these vehicle has a, see here, nicely explained. Vehicle is a class, and vehicle has a instance variables. What do you mean by instance variables? Nothing but objects, right? See, instance variables and instance methods. Okay, what do you mean by instance methods or instance variables? Okay, now after 5 minutes, I'll explain about what is instance variables and what is instance variables and instance methods. I will explain nicely. So what I want to say is that instance variables are not choice number of the vehicle, motor. Okay, what is the capacity of the motor, and the wheels, how many wheels the vehicle has. Instance methods, service is a one method, carry is another method, load is another method. These are the methods which can the vehicle can perform, right? If I say human, if I say human here, if I say human instead of vehicle here, human has a kidney and a liver, and you can call a stomach. Okay, or you can say legs. Okay, so what are the humans can perform? Instance methods. What are the performance we call methods? Okay, what are the humans can perform? Humans can talk method. Humans can do the work method. Humans can lift any load method, right? What are the performance we are doing that we call as methods? What is inside us? What is inside us we call variables. What is inside us? Human has a kidney. Yes, inside us automatically by default when you born, you have a kidney with you, and you have a liver with you, you have a heart with you, right? These are what you by default what you get when you born. That's we call a instance variables. And instance methods, after you born, what you do the work. Okay, that we call instance methods. The performance method will perform certain task, right? What are the tasks you are performing? That is called a methods. Please understand, like simplest way to understand here. Before writing a program, I'm explaining all these things to understand a clarity about it. Right now, vehicle is a parent class for us, or a subclass for us, or a super class for us, right? Every time I cannot call as a base class, super class, parent class. I will name only one type. Maybe I will call as super class. Maybe I will call this as base class. Maybe I will call as a parent class. Any one word I will use every time. Okay. Every time I use a base class. Okay. Base means this is the main. Okay. Now I can inherit car or I can inherit. So car can inherit the vehicle, or a bus can inherit the vehicle, or a truck can inherit the vehicle. I told you these are all the childs. These are all the child classes for the super class of the vehicle. Okay. So I can inherit my child class called a car class. You can call this as subclass, child class, or a derived class. My class, so I'm taking the car as an example right now in our program. My car can inherit the properties from the vehicle from here. Or my bus, if I use the word bus can inherit the vehicle properties. Truck can inherit the vehicle parent class of the vehicle. So what do you mean by this is a parent for all these childs? There are three sons for this parent. Okay. Right now I'm talking about a one son or a one child. Now one child is inheriting the property from the vehicle. Now let me write a program based on this. Now I am writing a program based on vehicle and a car. Okay. These two, one parent, another is a child. I'm basing on this. I'm not writing a basing on vehicle and a bus. I'm not writing a truck. I'll give a scenario to you. This is a homework for you. You need to write two programs based on a bus and based on a truck. So first I'll write only these two. This is a homework for you. Write a bus is our child class. Okay. And truck is also child class. Write a two programs based on this using the vehicle super class. Now let me write only one program. Please understand this program nicely. Inheritance is very, very easy. Okay, look at that right now. I think everybody is clear, right? Is that clear to everyone? Okay.
Yeah.
Now, yeah, perfect. Now let me write void and attributes. What do you mean by attributes of the class? Attributes of the class. Look at these attributes here. Okay. What do you mean by attributes? So see, these are all the attributes performed by the vehicle class, right? Okay. The method, service method, carry, load, and everything. Okay. And look at this nicely. See, I given a simplest example to understand more about this. So vehicle, what are the attributes for this vehicle? Size is there, color is there. So right now I am writing this type of program, so I am showing this. Okay, car and truck are specified examples of vehicles and inherit the characteristics of the more general class vehicle. Okay, now vehicle has its own attributes, right? What are the attributes the vehicle can have? Okay, rent out, check in, service, add new, all these things. And what are the instance variables? These are called instance methods of the vehicle, and these are all the instance variables of the. Okay, variables means by default get from the vehicle. And what do you mean by this is called instance variables? Okay, there are three types of variables I will discuss. Don't worry, wait for after completion of this. I will talk about only about the variables, three types of variables. Okay, if you want, let me show you that variables right now. Yeah, let me discuss about variables right now. Then you'll understand the meaning of what is the variables here. Let me write variables here. So I'll say every time, please understand this. Class contains, you will go in depth of the programs. Please understand this. Anyway, it's a recorded session. You can see a number of times. Class contains five variables. Sorry, five elements. Five elements. Okay. What are the five elements the class contains? Is number one is called variables. The first one is called variables. Okay. The second one is called methods. Sorry, methods. The third one we call as constructors. Constructors. The fourth one is instance blocks. Instance blocks. The fifth one is static blocks. static blocks. Okay, these are the 5 things the class contains. Again, coming to the variables, variables are categorized into variables are, I'll write here simply, I'll write as, okay, variables, three types. Three types. What are the variables of three types? Number one, what is the first type of variable? Let me say the first type of variable we call a local variable. A local variable. The second type of variable we call as, let me write, the second type we can write as instance variable. Instance variable. And the third type, there are three types of variables. Okay, sorry. This variable is called a static variable. Static variable. Static variable. Okay, there are three types of variables, you understand it. Next, coming to the methods. Okay, so methods are categorized into two types. Okay, I'll write methods are two types. Methods are two types. Two types. Okay, I say R here. Are three types. Methods are two types. What are the methods of two types? The first method is we call as instance method, static methods. That's it. Instance method. Okay. Instance method. Next one is static method. Static method. Static method. Okay. Leave it over the constructs and instance blocks and static blocks. Please remember these two things right now. Very, very important. Local variables, instance variables, static variables. That is the meaning of that. Okay. What do you mean by local variables? Okay. Let me give an example to understand about this. Okay. Let me write a class here. Class A. Let me say class A, and okay, what are called local variables and instance variables and static variables. Local variables are nothing but, if you write a public void get method, there is a method called a get method. In that get method, sorry, in that in this get method, if you write, okay, like if I say int a is equal to 10. Okay, so this variable called a is belongs to this method only, right? Only get method, it belongs to the get method. So that type of variable is called a local variable. This is called a local variable. Okay, and if I say instance variable, okay, if it belongs to an object class, that is called instance variable. And static variable, public static void main, let me say a public static void main, a static method. If a variable belongs to a static method, main is a static method, right? If the variable belongs to a static method, so that variable is called a static variable. Instance variable, see the word instance, nothing but object. If the variable belongs to an object, that variable is called an object variable. We will discuss more about this in the program. So I think right now you understand it, right? So what we discussed is that class contains 5 elements. One is variables, methods, constructors, instant blocks, and static blocks. Okay, so variables again categorized into three types: local variables, instance variables, static variables. And methods are categorized into two types: instance methods and static methods. Okay, you got some idea about it right now. Okay, now I'm discussing about instance variables and instance methods. Okay, now here these are all called instance variables: size, color, make, model, variable, rate per day, rate per week, rate per mile. These are all called instance variables. These are all are called these are all are called instance methods. Okay. Now coming to the point, now this is a child class and this is also a child class. Okay. At a single time, at a single time, you cannot inherit the same child classes from the vehicle, only one at a time. So car can inherit the car can this car can inherit the vehicle. Next, the truck can inherit the vehicle, only one at a time. Okay, it is not like I can write class car. Let me write how can you inherit, how the inheritance property work. Class, I'll write a class here, class car extends vehicle. Okay, or you can write class truck extends vehicle. So let me write a program based on these two. Okay, now see, look at this, vehicle has a size. Okay, and the car also having size, right? See, there are some things which are matching to the child class also. Okay, it's something like a parent has a kidney, child also have a kidney, right? Vehicle, I mean the parent has a heart, child also have a heart, right? There are some elements, the some elements are same as a parent class. Look at this. So if you look at this, what are the difference from the child class and the parent class? Size, color, make, model, available, rate per day, rate per week, rate per mile. Look at the instance variables here: size, color, make, model, available, rate per week, rate per mile, style. You see another instance variable coming to exist, style. Child has a style as a new thing, but the style I did not see in the vehicle, right? What are the things are not there here, I can inherit from the vehicle. So what are the instance methods? Rent out, check in, service, add new. Here rent out, check in, service, add new, same, everything is there here. Okay, sometimes only few things are there, few things I can inherit from the here. Now write a program based on this. Right now I think you understand nicely about what exactly I'm talking about in the program, right? So right now vehicle, now vehicle is a parent class. What is the syntax? Every time you can write syntax for this inheriting property is, I'll show you the syntax also. Let me write, now let me write the program based on this. I think you understand more about this. Earlier, compared to earlier class, this class you understand with the that's why I feel if I put a some diagrammatic representation, you can understand right now. Okay, so many things you understand, so many examples I given to before the explanation of this program. So my method called void attribute method. Okay, so look at this. Now I told you in inheritance by default the class is a public. No need to write a public here. Write only class vehicle. Here all are public methods by default. Okay, no need to write public void attributes. Write void attributes. That's it. They are by default, they are public. Okay. Next, in inheritance by default they are public. That's what I show in the PPT also. So I am not writing public class vehicle and I'm not writing public void attributes. Earlier we used to write public void attributes. Okay. So okay, look at that right now. So in attributes, what are the in attributes? What are the things I can write? Let me write like this: system out. Okay. Now I'm going to write here as color. Let me write as a color. Okay, plus color. Next, next, I'm writing inside the attributes method. I'm performing these three tasks. Okay. Now let me write the speed of the speed. Let me write speed here. Sorry, speed, and let me write the size here. The size. So let me say size here. Sorry, let me say speed here. speed, and let me write a size here. Size here. Okay. So for this method, body open, body closed. For this class open, class should be closed, right? Close the class, body of the class, close the body of the class. Class is closed. Now I'm writing. Now I'm writing a child class. Can I write a subclass? Okay, subclass, or you can say child class, or you can also say derived class. These many times I'm spelling because you should be very aware of that. If you call subclass, child class, or derived class, three are one and the same. Okay, which extends, I'll write here, which extends, sorry, okay, which extends for superclass, or you can call as base class, or parent class. Now what is a vehicle here? I'll write a vehicle is a parent class, or base class, or superclass. Okay. Now what is a child class here right now? Let me write about a child class here. Class. What is a child class? I told you car as example, right? Car is my child class. Okay. So I'll write here as car. Car is child class, subclass, or a derived class, which extends a superclass. So I can write a keyword called extend. Extend is a keyword. Why? I told you child always inherit the properties from the vehicle, right? Extends. What it is going to extend? Capital letter V. So class C, it is showing error here. Why? Multiple markers at this line, syntax V, all these things. See, it is telling that one time you are writing capital V here, one time you are writing a small. Please write only one case sensitive method. Okay. C, car extends. Just let me copy. Oh, sorry. Let me copy this vehicle here. Inheritance is very, very important concept in the WebDriver perspective, and even so close. Okay. Body of the class. Okay. Now look at that. Class car extends the vehicle here right now. Now let me write class car extends the vehicle. So what are the car properties? Let me write car properties as int. So a car has a CC, right? So individually I'm talking about a car. Car has CC. Okay. Next, int gears. Car has a gears. Gears. Next, let me write a method for this to perform a task. Let me write a method called car attributes. So let me write here vehicle attributes. Okay. Vehicle attributes, and let me write a car attributes here. Okay. These are car attributes. Now, what are the car attributes here in our class is okay. Close this. Okay. So let me write our class attributes are nothing but so I'm writing about color of car, okay, speed of car. Here vehicle, see vehicles are so many, right? So that's why I write color, speed, size, that's it here. Here I am writing, I know the car, okay? I know the car. It's not a bus, it's a car. So speed of car. Next, size of car. Okay. Next, cc of car, number of gears of car, right? Let me write here cc. If you write capital cc, write here capital cc, okay? So cc of car Next, I need to write here as number of gears of car. Let me write gears. Now up to here everybody understand? Any doubts please ask me right now. Any doubts?
Anil, why the color is 2 times?
That's a good question, sir. Now that's what I show you this. Sir, look at this here. Look at this scenario, sir. Vehicle is nothing but a common word, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Let me show you this for you. Good question. Let me show you this for you. So look at this scenario here. That's what I show you these PPTs to you. Look at this scenario here. Vehicle may be anything, right? Here, look at this picture here. Vehicle may be anything, yes or no?
Yeah.
Correct. Now, this vehicle may be a car, maybe a truck, maybe a motorcycle, correct?
Okay.
This you understand, I know that. So again, car has divided into sedan and SUV types, okay? Now I'm talking about only this car, okay? This car has a gear, this car has a cc, this car has a gear, this car has a color, this car has a speed, this car has a size, all these things, right? But in the vehicle properties also, see vehicles by default has its own attributes, right? What are the attributes of the vehicles? Attributes of for the vehicle? The attributes of the vehicle is by default. See, what are the common things for the vehicle by in formal? If I talk about what are the common things for, like a color is there, speed is there, size is there, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So vehicle has its own method. In that method, we are defining in that method called vehicle attribute method. We are discussing about a common things for the vehicle. Okay.
That's true. Yeah.
But here it has a common things like color, speed, size. The common things also there, but also there.
For all those items are common. All those
Correct.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. The vehicle has a common things, and the common things with the CC, gear, all these things, right? That's what I want to tell you. That's what I'm writing once again. That's it. Okay, I think you understand it. Any more doubts, please? Anyone?
No, the question what I ask is if you go to the program,
Mm-hmm.
here in the sys outer, you put the first line on the 26th line, you put color of car plus color.
Okay.
And then in the 29th again you put that color in the car. That's what I'm wondering. That's what.
Oh, second time I repeated. Sorry, sorry. Let me deal
Yeah,
with that.
that's the reason. That's what
Oh,
I
okay,
asked.
okay.
Yeah.
I thought that
No need, right?
why you repeated these three things again here. That's what I thought.
Yeah, no.
So the same attributes can be repeated here, no problem. Okay.
Repeated, and those two, the child attribute that was not common, so that's what you're recalling here.
Recalling here. That's it. Next one is that
The child attributes, the
correct.
class, the car extend vehicle. No, not that one.
Yeah. So I can do like this
The
also.
subclass attributes.
I can do like this also if you want. Just take it out all these things. Okay, and take it out all these things. Put it here. Okay, only if then you will understand that. So what do you understand? Car attributes are only the cc of the car, number of gears of the car. Here, here what happens? Let me write here vehicle. Let me write vehicle here. Vehicle. Okay, and let me write a vehicle here. And again, I can write. Sorry, vehicle here. Vehicle here and size of the vehicle. See, you don't know which vehicle it is, so you cannot write which vehicle, right? So I'm telling color of the vehicle. I don't know what type of vehicle it is. So from here again I can write as like this here. I can write again like this. So color of a so it's a vehicle. You don't know what type of vehicle it is. Maybe a truck, maybe a motorcycle, whatever it may be.
Yeah, it could be anything. Yeah.
Then okay, perfect. Now right now I'm going to extend car extends vehicle. So then what happens, take it out this. Everybody understand, right? Up to here, that's okay. So right now the child class is going to perform the task. So I need to write public static void main. The main method I'm writing inside the child class. So I'll write main method inside the child class. Where can I write? After this method is completed. So below this method, I will write public static void main. Every time you need to write a main method inside the child class. Don't write a main method here, the parent class. Anyway, the child is inheriting a parent class, right? So yeah, please ask me doubt if you have one. Any doubts? Now you can ask a doubt if you have, no problem. Next, so let me create an object. Which object I can create? I can create a car, because if I create a car class object, already the vehicle is inherited here. So you can call whatever you want. So let me say car A is equal to new car new car. So A dot, see here, when I say A dot, by default it is showing these many things, right? See, clone method, finalize method, get class method, size method. These are the method I did not declare. I did not say clone method anywhere in my. So I have a int, I have a vehicle, all these things. So what is this? Why it is coming extra, like wait method, finalize method, clone method? Okay, this you need to understand. Don't worry about it. Now let me discuss about a dot. First, let me discuss about a dot color. Color is equal to, why my system is not responding? Okay, perfect. So color is equal to, so look at this. I'm calling the color here. See this color I am calling. I told you earlier I can define a color here itself is equal to white. Okay, I can say white here, white, or else I can write a color here also. So wherever it sees the color, it will assign the white there. Let me write a blue color. Let me write a red color. Okay, red. my color of the car is red. Okay, semicolon. I'm calling the, see what happens, you know that the interpreter will always start from the main method. The moment when it sees, it creates an object. Okay, when it create an object, you know that anything can be called inside the main method using the handle or a reference variable. That's true, right? That's what we're discussing from the beginning. So a dot color. So what I'm telling, I'm telling to the interpreter that a dot, I'm just calling the string color. Okay, a dot color, assign the color to color for red to the, wherever it sees the color, it assigns the red. You see here, it assigns the red here, it assigns the red here. Okay, wherever it sees, it assigns the red automatically. Now that is completed. Next, a dot, what I need to call again, what I need to call a dot, I need to give the, I can give a speed here is equal to 200. I can give a size of the car as 22 or something, 22 the size of the car, dimensions of the car 22. I can give here itself also, but you have to know that you can assign from the whatever the things you can assign from here to there, here, here to there. Okay, let me write a dot, I'm assigning a speed from main method to the outside. A dot, a dot speed, a dot speed, okay, is equal to, speed is 200. Okay, perfect. Now it is assigned as 200 automatically. This 200, again the interpreter comes to here, it sees the, okay, speed 200 should be assigned here. It will assign, go and assign 200 here. Size here, you can write here itself, or you can assign from here also. The second way, I'm showing the second way. A dot size, a dot size, what is size of the car? Let me say 22, size of the car. Okay, next, cc of the car. Next, coming to this method, this method, sorry, this class completed with color I given, speed I given from the main method, size also given. Okay, now coming to the class method. In the class method, int cc, I will give the cc value and gear value. Okay, let me give like this: a dot cc, a dot gear, a dot cc. Okay, what is the cc I need to give? Cc 1000 cc. Okay, we say 1000 cc. Well, a dot gear. How many gears the car has? Car has 5 gears.
I guess.
Okay, next. So what are the methods I want to? So if I want to call the vehicle methods, I can call a dot vehicle attributes. I will call this also even vehicle. Up to here it's a vehicle, right? Vehicle. Okay, vehicle attribute method. I can call vehicle attribute method. So I will say a dot vehicle. Is there any vehicle method here? Car attribute. See, everything it will be there. Vehicle, yes, it is there here. Sorry, it's not pasted here. Vehicle semicolon. Next, which method I need to call once again? Car attributes method. Okay. No need to copy also. If you say a dot, automatically shows up a dot, like see, it automatically shows up here. So just click here. That's it. It will show this method you used. That's what it shows. Now print the things here. So run the program. Error exists in the required project ABC. What is the ABC? See, it is telling that you taken as XYZ as a package name and ABC. What is the error? Vehicle, everything is correct. So, oh, it is asking please write a car because you are extending a car. Child class is responsible for everything. So write down here as a car. Let me write car here because wherever you are extending, wherever you are extending, see, car, the child is responsible for everything, right? So always you write save this using a child class. So say car. Next, compile unit. Okay, okay, it is not. Okay, let me write, sorry, car, car, car. Type named car already exists in the package XYZ. Already exist. Oh, okay. This cylinder already existed. So let me write here as car one. Car one. Okay. I'll write. I need to write here car one. That's it. It takes. This is confused by the 1 minute. This is what every time we are facing. Now it should not face right now. I understand what is. Okay, car one, car one, car one. What is this here right now? Oh, earlier this is earlier program. Car extends car one. So take out this program out. Okay, now only one method is there here. So let me say car here. Let me say car here. That's it. Okay, perfect. Update. Type named car already exists in the package XYZ. Okay, it is selling that the backside is existed. So okay, make it as vehicle. Let it be vehicle here. Again, some error like perfect. Class okay. What's going wrong here is okay. Look at that. The type vehicle is already defined. So 1 minute. Let me check it this right now. Yeah, we got it right now. So everything is okay. The difference is that I told you right. Every time you need to give a main. Okay, let me run the program. Yeah, see here. Color of the car. Sorry, color of vehicle is red. Speed of the vehicle is 200. Size of the vehicle is 22. Color of the car is red. Speed of the car is 200. Size of the car is 22. CC of the car is 1000. That's what it executed. Let me run once again. Okay, any doubts, please? Hello. Okay, any doubts, Pandu? Yeah, please.
Yeah, actually, can you go down this one program, please? The not the comparison.
Okay.
Here we are calling all those attributes combining with the parent and with the child class. Both are we are calling, right?
Yeah, both we are calling because we extended a vehicle, right? Parent called
Extended vehicle.
vehicle.
That's what, yeah.
So that's what we are calling directly here.
Oh yeah. Okay.
We extended. That's what we are calling directly here. Next question, please. Simran, would you like to ask a question?
Yeah, I want to ask. We have initialized A as an object.
Correct.
Yeah, so we will initialize always with the
1 minute.
subclass.
1 minute. 1 minute. 1 minute. Your question is about this, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let me tell you. Car A is equal to new car. When you say new, then object is initiated. Not for A. A is a reference variable. That's it. A is a reference. A is not an object. A is not an object. A is a handle. A is a reference variable. It's not
I'm
an object.
asking.
Okay.
No, I'm asking like always we have to create like this A with the subclass or with the base class.
Oh, okay. Good question. With the subclass, not the base class. With the subclass, we need to create. We need to create an object using a subclass only. Subclass is this, right?
Yeah.
Not with the base class. Base class is a vehicle, right?
Okay.
We need to create an object using a child class only. According to you, subclass only. Correct. Correct. Next question. And again, you need to write a main method inside the subclass only. I mean to say child class only. Okay. Next question. That's it. Shall I go to the next program? Okay. Now I am going to the, yeah, please.
Instead of car, I can put my any brand name also.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah, you can put as like this. Okay. Let me show you that for you. Good question. Oh, let me show you like this. Yes, you can put as the brand name of this. Okay. You can put as Sonata, Hyundai Sonata car. You can put like that also. Any brand name you can keep. Okay. Now about this we will talk about multi-level inheritance. About this we'll talk about that. Yeah, in that. Okay. Now just I am talking about inheritance only. I did not started a types of inheritance. First I will talk about single inheritance, multi-level inheritance. Okay. Now this is completed. This program is completed. Let me go for the next program. In next program, look at this. The difference between next program, I will explain here itself. Next program, what I want to discuss here is that string by default is a public. Int public 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 class is a public, this is public public, everything is a by default public here. If I write a word called private, so I told you, right, private. So look at this right now. Look at this right now. See here. Now I'm discussing about a private. Difference between private and protected members. Protected members, okay, protected members are nothing but public members. Okay. Private members can never be inherited. See this one, based on this I am writing a program right now. Only the public and protected members can be, you can write by default, inheritance methods and variables are public and protected. Members can be, 1 minute. Okay. By default, the inherited members may be public protected members can be inherited to the derived class. See here, derived class is nothing but a child class. Public protected members only can be inherited. This is the difference between private and protected members. See, you can inherit only protected and public members only. You cannot inherit the private members. Based on this, let me write a program. Private members. Okay. Let me write a program based on this. Okay. So class, let me write private, or let me write a class called again vehicle. Vehicle is a parent class. So it won't take much time because I'll copy and paste. Okay. So what are the things we have earlier? Earlier we have, these are the things, right? These are the three things we have earlier. Let me copy this. Right now I'm introducing a topic called private. Okay. So I told you by default these are protected and public. So you can inherit easily, but private variables are not, you cannot inherit. Let me say this is a private. 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 And if I say private, you cannot inherit them. Private. You cannot inherit them at all. Okay. So let me write that. Okay. So take it about this public. I'll use afterwards this. So let me write only, let me cover this vehicle class right now. Let me say now these two variables I'm defining as a private. Okay. Next I'm telling that. So class opened. Okay. Next method I'm deriving a method called public. Sorry. Public say int the return types. Okay. Don't worry, I'll explain these return types. I did not give any much time to explain about return types for you. Okay. Get speed. Let me say method called speed method. My method is speed method. You are confused with the return types methods. Okay. I will tell you, I did not use much time for you to explain about return methods. Let me explain this and I'll go for return methods also. Public int speed is one of the method. In that method, I'll say int I. Okay. So you know that this is called passing an argument for a method. And let me say speed uh, speed is equal to I. Okay. Next return speed. Okay. Return types. I think Neil and Pondo has idea about the return types. Earlier I discussed about this. Okay. I'll give you much time to explain return types after this, after the inheritance. Okay. Now speed. Let me say this as size. Let me say size here. Okay, perfect. Return type is size. Set. Okay. Now this is also completed. So I declare two methods inside the vehicle. One is speed type method, another is size type method. This I told you there are two types of methods. One is passing an argument. This is also passing an argument method. If I say only size, these are called without passing an argument, right? This is called passing an argument. Okay. I passed an argument called int I. So let me write about, so class started. I told you method started, method ended, method started, method ended. But class started, class should be ended, right? So let me say class should be ended here. Class is ended. So vehicle class is ended here. So why it is showing? Because here, take it of all these things out. That's what is showing wrong there. Okay. Still it is showing. Okay. No problem. So it is showing that let me say vehicle 1, because I already used this right earlier. Still it is showing. Okay. So what I named this as vehicle 1, right? Let me say this as vehicle 1. Save as the same name. Okay. Let it be like this for a while, no problem. Okay. Mm, now let me write class sorry, class truck, truck, class truck extends vehicle. Now you need to change this as I told child class should be saved here. Now you save as child class truck. See here, truck. Because child class is responsible, right? Enter the program. That's what I'm saving the child class. Okay. Now open the class. Okay. Now let us write here int, same thing. Let me write these two here. Perfect. Now coming to the let me write a color here. Let me write int color here. Int color. Okay, leave it about this color. Color is not integer type, right? It is a string type. Okay. Now let me write void attribute. Let me say truck attribute. Truck attribute is a method. Inside that I am writing truck attribute method. I am writing as you can write whatever you want to write here. System out. Okay. System dot out dot println. Okay. What you want to write? Write something about speed. It is not taking at all. Why it is not taking at all? Let me see here. I written a speed here. Oh, you. Size set. Okay, perfect. So let me write this way. Okay. Now what I do, so this is closed, class is closed, everything is closed. Okay. Let me write another class called public. Okay. Public class test. This is another way of writing. Okay. Test. Let me write a main method here. Okay. See here, earlier what I used to do, earlier this program, if you look at this program, what I do, I taken only two classes. In the child class I write as a main method. So this is another program. I'm doing that as you can write car also here, no problem. Okay. Truck. Okay. Here I need to write a vehicle here. I'll write 1 minute. Let me do that. Public static void main. I'm taking another third class. See, here only two classes I defined. Parent class, child class, extends, that's it, completed program. Here I'm doing three classes. One class name is called vehicle. Let me write a vehicle here. Vehicle. Vehicle. Okay. So let me say vehicle 1 to avoid a confusion. Vehicle 1. Okay. Now this is a vehicle. Vehicle is the class name. Truck is another class name. Third one is test is another class name. Now what I do, so look at that right now, what I'm doing here. So I say as I create a object here. I told you should create an object based on the child class. Okay, let me create an object based on child class. Truck. Truck A is equal to new truck. New truck. Open close semicolon. A dot. A dot. Okay. Now it is asking which method I want to call. So using a handle you need to call, right? A dot. Oh, struck. Okay. A dot. Using a handle A dot. So which method I need to call? Parameterized methods, right? See here. Speed. Now look at this. I need to pass speed as 200. Semicolon. Now A dot. Next A dot size. Size. This method. Enter. Size. What is the size of the car? Let me say size of the car is 22. Okay. A dot size. Semicolon. Next A dot. So look at this. A dot CC. CC. CC of the car is 1000. 1000 semicolon. Next A dot. A dot gear, right? Perfect. Gear. Okay. This is okay. Speed size. Perfect. Now I need to print all these things. Now look at that. See, it is showing speed as a red color mark and size as a red color. I want you to identify clearly. Identify this. Speed is a, see, it is showing that you cannot call these two here. You cannot call. Why I cannot call? Because I told speed and size as a private. If I put speed and size as a private, if you put private, you cannot call them. You cannot inherit them. See here, class truck extends vehicle. So if I say vehicle 1, if I say vehicle 1, this also be inherited, right? Inside this, inherited this, right? Automatically, because I told extended. If I say extended, the vehicles, what are the things vehicle has, all these things are inherited inside the truck class, right? It will be inherited by using a keyword called extends. So then what happens, it is the system is, let me put a, see, it is showing here the field vehicle 1 speed is not visible. It is telling it is not visible. Why? If you put a private, you cannot inherit. What do you mean by you cannot inherit? It cannot visible by the interpreter cannot see it. Interpreter cannot think that the speed and size exist. Why? You put a access modifier as a private access modifiers like a speed and size cannot be inherited. If you keep a private, you cannot inherit. It is the greatness of a private here. That's what he's telling. That what it is. Like, look at that. Put the syntax insert variable. Okay, not this gear. I'm talking about this, right? Speed. See, it is telling that I cannot print a speed also even. The field vehicle 1 speed is not visible. What is the value of a speed? It's 200. What happens whenever interpreter sees this 200, it go and assign to the 200 here automatically. and 22 here automatically. That 220 will is to print here, right? It is telling that it is showing here in system.out.println the field vehicle speed is not visible. Why it is not showing that? Because it is telling that I am unable to visible because speed and size are private type. Private types are cannot be inherited. That's the reason I want to show you the program. You cannot inherit them. So okay, so let me print this. Look at that then. System.out. Okay, let me print color. Color is there. Did I mention a color here? Yes, color is there. Color is not a private. You can print the color. I can write color here. So color I did not given anything about a color. Which color I did not given. Okay, let me print that color. A dot color. Color is a string type. Color is a string type. So let me say color is equal to red. Okay. Nonsense keyboard. Okay, color is white. Okay. Okay, next. What I need to do? Speed is given. Perfect. Okay. Now let me say a dot color inside this. Okay. Next. Perfect. Next. What I need to go into print? What I'm going to print? Perfect. Let me write a dot speed. A dot speed. Let me write a dot size. Set a dot size. Let me write a dot color. A dot gear. Gear is there. Gear is not mentioned, right? Yeah, gear. I did not write anything about a gear here. Let me write gear about a gear. A dot gear. A dot gear. Gears. Okay. Gears is equal to how many gears it has? 5 gears. Okay. Perfect. Let me write a dot gear. Gears. Okay. Oh, next one is that a dot cc. See, all these things should be printed, right? It should be print. Why I'm doing all these things? Here I cannot print it. Even I can print here also. Even a dot cc. Perfect. So speed and size you cannot print it at all because they are private. Okay, size is completed, speed, gear, color, everything is completed. Perfect. So what I am unable to print, speed I am able to print, and make this as a dummy. Make this as a dummy. Okay. What about the gears? A dot gears. It is telling. Oh, take it this. So completed. So again the test here. Make it as a dummy. Okay. Now everything is okay. Vehicle one. So from which method I declared a main method? Test method. So I need to save as a test. Save as test. Wherever the main method is there, you save that class name. Test. Test. Finish. Finish. Okay. Make it as vehicle as vehicle. Vehicle. This is truck. CK. Perfect. Now everything is okay. So a dot speed 200, a dot 22, everything is okay. Why it is showing the error? Why truck vehicle? Perfect. 1 minute. Yeah. So I need to declare as here because the child class is truck, right? I forget to do that. The truck class here as truck A is equal to new truck. Perfect. Now it is okay. So everything is perfect. Vehicle. Again, it is showing error. Public type vehicle must be defined in its own file. Okay. Okay. Public type vehicle one must be defined as its own file. What do you mean by that? Perfect. Now everything is fine. So what we done the mistake is that we done a mistake here as take it as public. I told you, it's by default public. Don't write public here. That's one we done a mistake. The next one what we done a mistake is that you need to write a you need to create an object. We need to create an object using a child class only, not with this class. Okay, that's what we done. So everything is perfect. So let me run the program. Again mistake. Editors does not contains a main type. Everything is perfect. What happened? Test. Okay. Editor does not contain the main type. What do you mean by that? Okay. Now still it is showing the same way. Mm. Oh. Perfect. Truck A is equal to new truck and everything. Okay. Color A. Let me print it here. Take out this. Okay. System.println main method start args. Everything's perfect. Okay. This class is closed. This class is closed. Everything is closed. Then what is the problem with this? Still it is. Editor does not contain a main type. Main type. Vehicle, okay, color, everything is perfect, perfect. Int. Editor does not contain main type. Yeah, right now it is showing some error for us. Let me copy paste with the second one. Maybe it is not identifying. 1 minute, let me do this. Cut out everything. Even take it out this. Continue. Okay, well, let me create a class. Okay. Let me restart the Eclipse once again. Times. Okay. Class test. Okay. Copy that. Take this out. Okay. Perfect. Everything is. Oh, take this also out. Perfect. Now let me run the program. Perfect. So error exists in the required project ABC. Proceed with the launch. Always launch without the. So exception is thread main java.lang, no such method error xyz truck speed. That's what it is not able to identify the package here at all. It is not identifying the package. Now let me say, yeah, package xyz is correct, vehicle is correct, everything is correct. So what going wrong here is, let me say vehicle one here, even is not taking at all. One here, so everything is perfect. So let me run the program. Yes, perfect. Now it is executed. Sometimes what happens when it throws, sometimes the Eclipse will have some problem with the things. So when you restart it once again, you close the program and restart once again, it will work. White 5000. So that's what we are going to print, right? Color is white. Color is white. The main method. See the main method. Color is white. And oh my god, this much time it takes. White. The gears are 5 and CC is 1000. Okay, perfect. Well, so what you understand, these things are the private methods cannot be accessed. That's what we did. That's what we identified from the program. Speed and size is not going to print. So if I take out this, see it shows the error. See, speed is not showing error because the privates are not inherited. Okay. Second one is that. Second one we identified that whenever you are running a program, you need to save, because the main method contains in the test class, right? So you need to save as a test class. Second point. The third point is that system.println a.color, okay, and a.gears, a.cc. I'm just printing the system.println in the main method. That's why I just copy this a.size. Sorry, that's what I copied the a.size, a.cc. I have printed here. But if you do the system.println for a color in this method, so look at that. In the earlier, what we have done, we just say color, not a.color, a.speed, a.size, a.cc, simply cc, simply gears. But if you write a system.println here, you need to write a.gear. That is the difference. That's what we identified. Let me show you that for you if you don't understand. So take this, okay, and cut that, keep it here, save only color, okay, and if the color should be executed, you should a.truck, right? You need to call that method to execute this color a.truck. A.truck. Where is a.truck attribute here? Then it will execute that. Color will comes from here. Let me say if I remove this, what happens? See that. Oh, it is showing. See, you need to say a dot only. If you are printing system.println, don't write gears here. If you are printing here, you can write only gears. That's enough. Write gears there. Gears there. Okay. Take out this. Okay. Now run the program. Perfect. White 5000. I think you understand the difference, right? If you are writing system.println, you would write only color outside the main method. If you write the same system.println here, you need to write like this a dot color. That is the difference. Okay, that's what we identified. Okay, any doubts, please? Just run this program. Go. Yeah. Yes, Simran.
Yeah, my
Oh,
Raju.
Raju, tell me, yeah, Raju.
This one, when you come a little bit, come down, please.
Okay.
The program. No, come down. Vehicle,
Okay.
truck, and then.
Okay.
Above the main method, we put in a class and test, right?
Yes.
What is the purpose of that one? Because even though if you take out that one also, we can execute the program, right?
Yeah.
With the,
Yeah.
by the.
Okay. You are talking about this thing, right?
No. Yeah. The class and test which you write on the above the public static. The class 35 line. The 35.
Yeah, 35. Okay. Without this, yeah. If you want to take it out, that's what you're telling. Make
Yeah.
dummy there. Okay. Dummy. dummy of that.
Mm-hmm.
So it is open, it should be closed here. So this also make dummy. Okay. So you want this to be executed, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now
But you have to change the test, right? You have to change the name of the. You have to name the class name. You got to change, right?
yes, that's it. That's it. You
Because
need to change the class name. So
we should give the test on the class name there. We have to go with the truck or something.
correct. If you want like that, So
So
this
what is the
now
purpose you give that test? I don't understand. What is the purpose
I'll tell
you
you.
give?
I'll tell the meaning of that. I given that what happens, see, uh, this property, there is a two types of properties in inheritance. One property we call is a relationship. The first property, this is called is a relationship program. In the is a relationship program, what we done is that we have a two concepts in inheritance. Okay, not the types of inheritance I am talking till now. I am talking about there are two properties in inheritance. One is a relationship and has a relationship. The in a easy
Okay.
relationship, yeah, in the easy relationship says that class car extends vehicle. Okay, and you will write public static void inside this and you'll execute the program. This is called easy relationship. Okay,
Yeah.
and this will comes under has a relationship. In a has a relationship, what happens, there are two classes. Truck extends vehicle. Okay, in the truck extends vehicle, then what happens, let me remove this. In the so there is no main method. Earlier the main method belongs to the child class. Here the main method belongs to not belongs to child class. There is another class. There I build a main method here, right? And this is called has a relation. What do you mean by has a relation says? Has a relation says that this child class object can be created. This child class object can be created into another class. Okay, earlier the child class called a car, the child class object created there itself. See this?
Oh yeah.
Clear? But here what I'm doing, this child class object called a truck has created into other class. Here the same class, here in the same class. Okay, but here I created name as a class and I created object for the child class into another class. This is called has a relation. There are two types of two ways of inheritance. One is is a relation and has a relation. I written a program for is a relation. This is called is a relation program. Okay, in the is a relation program, you have only two classes, class vehicle and class car, and this vehicle is inherited from the car. That's it, and I run the
That
program.
is clear.
That's it.
That is clear. Yeah.
Now, has a relation says that there is another class I created. Now it is three classes. There are only two classes. Here there are three classes. In the third class, I created object for the child class. And I invoke all these things here. That is the difference, nothing else.
But in the other class, you are not created any attributes, right? You created any attributes in that class? Nothing.
Show me this one you are talking about.
No. The latest one.
Mm-hmm.
The test one.
Okay.
The class test you're not created like attributes like color or whatever it may be, the speed or something. You're not created, right?
Speed, color. What do you mean by speed and
If
color?
you go up,
Okay.
whenever you say that there is a class and is a parent, right? There's a class vehicle is a parent one, right?
Okay. Yeah, I can create that also. If you want, I can create color
So
also.
parent you created some attributes and child you created some attributes, right? In the class truck.
Attributes. Correct.
Integer C and CC and integer gears.
Correct. Correct.
But when you created the other class, as a class,
Okay.
so you're not created any variables like any attributes or any factors like.
Good question. I'll tell you for that. So you're asking that why don't you create here int something int a int
something, and then you can
no need to create.
correlate to those two, right?
No need to create. That is the greatness of a has a class relation. You just create a class, that's it, and everything can be called from I just create a class. From this class I just create a class, but I did not declare any color or size or anything inside this class. That's what you're asking, right?
Yeah.
So the purpose
Nothing
of this,
other than other than factors of those two also, any extra attribute also you are not created over there. That's my question.
Not created anything. If you want, you can create also. If you want, you can create as, let me say, sorry, you can create. If you want, you can create. Yes, you can create int. Let me say int a is equal to something.
Something, whatever it may be, whatever the passengers or something. Yeah,
Int
5 seat.
into b is equal to, yes, you can do, and you can do that also even, and you can call, no problem. So if you want to call them, you can call here.
That's my.
That's your question. Okay, so let me say x here, x is equal 10. So let me call them also a dot x, a dot x. Okay, a dot b. You see what happened if I call that? Sorry, a dot b. Okay, I want to print them. Sorry. A dot x.
Yeah.
So it is showing an error. Why it is syntax error or a token? Invalid assignment operator. Okay, what is the invalid assignment operator? X is equal to 10. Okay, let me declare from here itself. Perfect. So let me declare here as x is equal to 10 here. Still it is showing an error. Is equal to 20. Okay. A dots. Okay. A dot. Okay. Let me put a dummy and let me check the main program and we'll go with this. Okay. Okay. First, let me see the main program whether it is running or not. There is errors are throwing here. Test okay. Public. Why it is showing error here? That's what I'm thinking. Okay. System.a.c. Oh, okay. So let me close the class here. Close the class. Shift close the class. Public main string static void. Void is again throwing an error. Take out this. Say main. Something problem in the system. What is going on here? Everything is perfect. So closed. Perfect. This is okay. And what is class test also should be closed. Closed. Oh my god, again. Test. Okay, I'll do one thing. So what I do, just again, Eclipse has some problem with here right now. Let me okay. Perfect. Now see white 5 and 1000, right? So executed program executed, the test program executed. Now your doubt is, let me write here. Int a is equal to 10. and int b is equal to 20. Okay, so let me print this for you. First of all, let me call these values. A dot x. So x here. A dot b. A dot b. Now look at that. It is not taking at all. A dot c here. It is not taking at all. The reason behind of this test class is only for execution of the remaining classes. So for the remaining classes, it is going to execute, and let me say if we'll execute public, let me say public, will it execute or not? You can do in a number of ways, public class test. So still it is not executed. Okay. Now it is telling that these two things are not executed with the help of this. So take it about this. No, these things are not executed. Yeah, these things are not executed because as a class relation is telling that you need to create only the truck class things, only the truck class variables only, which are belongs to a truck class. Okay, not which are belongs to a test class. So that is what here it is showing, that it is throwing an error for us. Okay, so this is what about the programs of this, and let me show you the, yeah, got it. So let me show you the programs for the single inheritance programs here. Look at that.
Yeah.
Single inheritance programs. So basically when you come into the oops concepts, what we are going to discuss about, if we discuss these things, that is completed. Can you put a charge for this? Yeah. Okay. Oops concepts: classes, inheritance, abstract classes, encapsulation, interfaces, access modifiers, polymorphism, abstraction. We discussed about the classes, we discussed about inheritance, we want to discuss about interface, encapsulation, access modifiers, and polymorphism already we discussed. Okay,
We discussed.
inheritance classes. Okay, now inheritance we are going to discuss about a new topic called, next topic we are going to discuss about, not this, I think. Yeah, this is what we are going to, types of inheritance. Okay, now this is the type of inheritance. Now I'm going to discuss about types of inheritance. Single inheritance I'm going to discuss about. Now look at this single inheritance, and I'll write a program based on this single inheritance. Now look at the single inheritance says that single inheritance is an damn easy to understand. A single inheritance is very easy to understand. When a class extend another one class, only then we can call a single inheritance. Already we discussed about that. Child class extend a parent class. No need to write a program based on this. All the programs we discussed about single inheritance only. Next, multiple inheritance. Okay. If you want, I will write a program based on single inheritance. Okay. Let me write a program single inheritance also. Then you will understand. Okay. The damn easy. It's just extend. That's it. We say single inheritance. Single inheritance, let's say single is my program name. Okay. Based on this, let me write a program. Okay, now let me write a program for this single, let me say simply this as class A. Okay, let me save this as a class A. Oh no. Okay, it's only 1 minute. No? Wait for 5 minutes. single. Now let me write a program based on this. Let me say public void let's say method A. Okay, let's say method 1. Method 1. Perfect. So sys out. In the method 1, I'm going to write, sorry, in the method in the system.out, let me write this is parent class method. Okay, next let me say class B extends class A. Let me say this is a class A. Instead of single, let me say class A. Okay, class A. Okay, so let me say public system is very slow public today, maybe void method 2. Perfect. So sys out I need to write child class method. Okay, this is what it is. So okay, so let me write as main method here. Okay, in the main method I need to create object for the b x is equal to new b. Okay, x dot let me call the method. Which method I need to call? It is telling that. Okay, x dot method 1. Perfect. Next x dot method 2. Okay, closed. Okay, the method main cannot be declared static. Methods can only be declared in a static or a top level type. My Eclipse has gone mad today because of atmospheric change or what, I don't know.
Maybe from Scarlo.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, okay, closed, open. Okay, let me take it that. Class everything is perfect. And yeah, yeah. You're perfect. So what we done wrong is that I'm declaring here, right? So let me write here B class. Name the. Oh, sorry. So name this as B class because the main method should be executed, right? The B class is, let me say B here. No, perfect. Now it execute. Everything is perfect. So the class is open. Class is closed here. Oh, main method is open. Everything is closed here. Oh, why it is perfect? So okay, now everything is fine. So public, take the public out because we should not. It's a by default public, right? Okay, next public static void main. We declared once again. Mm, okay, this is the problem. This is the problem.
That one is main control enter or to get public static void.
A control space enter. Controls like how do you use this sys out, right? The same way.
Out
Control
and all,
space.
yeah, main and right main and
Right, main and control space enter. That's it. That's you will get it. That's not a problem. No here. Yeah, perfect. So what we done wrong is that we open the class and we did not close the class here. That is a problem. Okay, now let us look at that. So parent class method, child class method, right? So child class method, parent class method. So single inheritance all successfully we done it. And let me go for like this. You will get so I know that you will get so many problems like this for you guys. Okay, like that. Everybody's see the moment when we are going each and everything. Sometimes we'll forget to save as the class name as B. Okay, so that is a problem. Or maybe so this type of mistakes you also will repeat it in your the moment when you are doing the programs. Be careful about it. Okay, the next one, the last one, let me explain and we will discuss tomorrow about it. This is about the single inheritance program. So multiple inheritance is not at all possible, not at all possible for inheritance concept. Why it is not possible? Let me show you the example to understand that why it is not possible. Okay, multiple inheritance is not at all possible because see here, the syntax for the class, let us say class B extends A, it is possible. So you cannot do like this. Class B extends A, sorry, class A, comma C. It is not possible. At a single stretch, it can inherit only one class. It cannot inherit two classes. A and C is other classes. It cannot inherit like that. Say A and B. So A and B. Now C is a child class. So can I write like this? Can I write like this? I mean to say that C class C extends A comma B. It is not possible. This is called multiple inheritance. Multiple inheritance. Single inheritance means one class called a child class is calling a parent class. It is possible. But in the multiple inheritance, child class is C. Okay, child class, you see the diagram here. Here the child class is C. Child class cannot inherit two parents at a single stretch. So one child class extends two parents. A and B are two parents. This is called multiple. Okay, let's say another parent called D. There is another parent called D. There is another parent called. Multiple parents cannot be inherited by one single child. That is the meaning of multiple inheritance. It's not possible. Okay, but it is possible only in the C++ language, not in Java. To overcome this multiple inheritance, you see the word multiple inheritance, not multi-level. It is called multiple inheritance I'm talking about. This is not possible in Java. See, look at this. Note, multiple inheritance is very rarely used in software projects. Okay, inheritance often leads to a problem in the hierarchy. This results unwanted complexity when further extend the class. Most of the new O languages like Smalltalk, Java, C# do not support. Means oops, you can call oop language. Oops, need to write a oops here. Oops, oop, or you say oops language. Oops languages like Smalltalk, Java, C# do not support. Look at that. Note, most of the new oops languages like Smalltalk, Java, C# do not support multiple inheritance. Multiple inheritance is supported in C++ only. Let me write here, only. Okay, so let me discuss tomorrow multi-level inheritance. Okay, this we are going to discuss tomorrow, multi-level inheritance. Okay, object-oriented programming language, you call this. See, make it as that. Okay, so multi-level inheritance we are going to discuss tomorrow. So multiple inheritance is not possible in Java. To overcome the multiple inheritance, there is a concept called interface. Okay, what is the interface and everything we will discuss on the interface topic. In the interface topic, we will discuss about more about this, what exactly the interface will do and everything. This, how can we connect these two? So this is what we called the interface. Okay, this is what an interface is. Outlook of interface and everything we will discuss in the interface concept. So today we are going to end with this session. Tomorrow we will complete the inheritance and we will go for some loop examples and interface concepts as in begin. Okay, thank you very much. If you have 1 minute.
Thanks, Anil. Anil, can you send the video as well?
Yeah,
This
I will.
one? Yep, we'll have a look at once again.